Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Khalid Idris, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. A number of brilliant students from the University of Bahrain developed a smart system that translates sign language into understandable meanings in order to enable people with hearing disabilities to communicate directly and easily with others. And to talk more about this remarkable project, we are pleased to welcome here at the studio the Assistant Professor at Computer Engineering Department at the University of Bahrain, Dr. Jalal Khlaifat, as well as the students later on. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor. How are you doing today?
Thank you for having the opportunity to be with you, talking about this project.
Well, we're very grateful to have you here. And can we start off by asking you, what can you tell us about your essential role in providing guidance to the students?
Yeah, actually my role starts a little bit early, 1 or 2 months before the start of the project. When you talk about the project idea. Actually, the student, they have two options. The first option, either to pick an idea from a pool of projects provided by the faculty members, or the other option, which I prefer, is to think about an idea, explore, think about a problem, and do some brainstorming, and then come up with this idea, discuss it with me, and then we can plan for this project. After that, after we discuss the idea, we may have some changes, but after we agree on the idea, then we have to ask the students to start working on the project. We may set weekly meetings or bi-weekly meetings, discuss the issues, discuss the challenges, the progress, and then make sure that everything is okay throughout the semester. And at the end of the semester, we make sure that everything is clear to the students, and then we have to ask them to write a report. At the end, we have to think about how to advertise their project by giving a good presentation. So this is actually mainly the role of the supervisor in the project.
Brilliant. And at the University of Bahrain, there's quite a heavy emphasis on the blending together of theoretical and practical learning, and
Yes.
that is crucial to the educational experience. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, actually, we think both of them, the theoretical and practical, are very important. They are complementing each other. And we in the University of Bahrain, we think that the theoretical part gives the students some depth in the knowledge in the field. And the practical part is trying to apply what they learn theoretically. So we need to make sure that both of them are delivered well. So at the University of Bahrain, we have many courses that have the practical part. So we make sure that we have labs, and also we have a project component in almost all the courses. Especially I'm talking about the IT courses or IT college courses. So we have a project component, and we make sure that the students are trying to learning by doing, learning by testing. So both of them are important, and we make sure at the University of Bahrain that both of them are delivered well.
Brilliant. Sounds like a very holistic approach. And what are some of the factors that you would say led to the project winning first place at the Graduation Projects exhibition?
Yeah, well, actually, the IT college starts with contacting some experts in the field from outside the university. So they give them the chance to evaluate the project, and usually they have some, let's say, criteria to evaluate the project: the quality of the project, the innovation, the creativity of the project. Also, they have to think about, is it going to solve a real-world problem, challenges? What is the impact on this project in the community? And also, sometimes they think about the cost. And the most important part is how to present your work to the audience. So all of these are considered together.
Brilliant. And what can you tell us about the importance and the positive outcomes of organizing graduation projects exhibitions?
Yes. Actually, the exhibition itself has nothing to do with grading the project. So it has something else to target. Actually, we want our students to present their work in front of different type of audiences. So first, we may think about the other students at the University of Bahrain. So we need the students to look at what other students are doing, exchange the information, exchange knowledge, and also sometimes we may invite some people from outside university, maybe sometimes employers. Okay, so some employers, they are thinking that the exhibition itself it is a good place to looking for good fresh graduate students to hire them in their companies. And also we have some incubators, business incubators. They are looking for ideas, and they want to develop new ideas and try to make sure that they can develop to change or convert these ideas into products. So in general, the exhibition itself is a good place for employers, other students, and the students who do the project.
That sounds brilliant, and it's really great to see how much the University of Bahrain really puts an emphasis on providing this very holistic and very real-world approach to these projects. Now, on that note, I want to ask you what you can tell us about like the provided support of the university, in particular to innovative projects such as this one.
Yes. Actually, the University of Bahrain tried to make sure that the student get all the support. So we have a number of specialized labs. So we have the Senior Project Lab, we have the IoT Lab, Internet of Things Lab. Also we have the Huawei Lab, and also we have the Benefit Lab, which is going to have some of the projects that talk about high performance computing. So all these labs will support the students to reach or to get the best out of these projects. And also the exhibition itself, it is type of support. And also we have dedicated supervisors and advisors for all students. At the university level, we have a number of centers, like for example the Business Incubator Center, who support the students who gonna convert their prototype into a product. And also we have the KIC, which is the University of Bahrain Cloud Innovation Center. They are working with AWS for projects who are going to use for example, the cloud services. So all of that may have good support from University of Bahrain to success in their journey.
Brilliant. And for you, as a provider of education, how crucial do you think it is for students to engage in projects that serve a humanitarian or societal purpose?
It is very important, and as a instructor, I need my students to be responsible to the community. So it is very important to be a responsible person and think about the other people's needs. So it is good for them to start thinking about projects that can help other people. And from the other side, because in our case here, the project we're going to serve the hearing impairment people. So we think that we need to integrate their people, this category of the community in the community, and make sure that they feel part of it. So I prefer, or I think it is a good idea. It is a good to be part of the community and think about the other people in the community.
Brilliantly said. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you and your students all the best going forward.
Thank you for having me today. Thank you.
Viewers, stay tuned, and we'll be right back with more and a word from the students. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have the remarkable students who worked on this remarkable project: Zainab, Matrook, Afifa, Mohammed, and Puja, Karmakar. Welcome, guys. How are you doing?
We are doing good. Thank you so much.
Now, I'd like to ask Puja by asking you, how did the idea of this project come to mind?
So initially, the idea was, what can we do? Because it's a part of a senior project from University of Bahrain. So we were like, what could we build that could not only be on top in case of IT sector, but also could help the community. So then we thought of a lot of different approaches, but I think one thing that stuck into our minds was sign language gesture recognition using computer vision in real time. So when we were doing a research in this topic, we found out a WHO report that states like by 2015, almost 1 in every 10 person will have some kind of hearing loss or hearing impairment. So we thought like, what great project other than sign language recognition, not only gonna help us now, but also in the near future. So we used a lot of different modules and projects like computer vision, machine learning, deep learning, so that we can help and enhance the lives of people who have hearing difficulties to communicate and to increase their accessibility.
Creative. And I'd like to ask you, Zainab, what are the benefits and the problems that can be solved by this smart system?
The benefits of our smart system are profound, as it's improved the quality of life for individuals with hearing impairments. Our project, real-time performance, will ensure that communication is not delayed. That will give people with hearing impairments to communicate seamlessly in conversations. This will empower them to engage in social interaction and participate in real time and participate in all aspects of life. Our project also has an educational value as it can be served as a powerful tool for individuals who wish to learn sign language.
Thank you so much for that. So Afifa, moving on to you. What can you tell us about your observations while applying this smart system?
Actually, when we applied our smart system, we observed that it successfully bridged the communication gap between the hearing and others people. We realized that our smart system empowered the individual with hearing impairments, allowing them to express themselves freely and connect with others in a deeper level. As Zainab said, it is an educational tool that is promoting social inclusive and diversity by facilitating the learning of sign language.
Great. And moving on, Puja, you guys probably faced a lot of challenges and difficulties during this project. What did you face and how did you overcome them?
So first of all, the project itself has a lot of technical aspects to it. We were never working before with machine learning, so it was our very first project that we started working on, that too being a senior project level course. And we had a lot of technical difficulties in aspect of computer vision. And when you work with a machine learning project, there comes a point where there is an aspect of overfitting and underfitting the models. So we tried a lot of different algorithms, trained on them. Again, when we did a lot of research, we found out that a lot of scientists, when they work on this topic, they worked only on a letter level. And we found like it is not really, like, can you imagine yourself communicating with someone through letters? It's gonna be difficult. So then we came up with an idea of using action words. And whenever a person or a signer just detects their, whenever a person just signs the word, it's gonna detect it, and then we're gonna get the word that is said to it. There was a point in the project where we were also doing our courses, so we were juggling between our courses and so on. So we had to deal with time management skills and so on. Again, because it's really initial, we were not very comfortable with machine learning and deep learning models. So we had to do a lot of research, a lot of Google searches, and then countless YouTube videos. And then again, our mentors were really kind enough. We would just knock their doors and ask help. And inshallah, it all worked out at the end.
It sounds like it was a very, it was like an additional learning process in addition to your educations. And going back to you, Afifa, I'd like to ask, how did this project add to your knowledge?
Actually, our smart system, our project, it add new areas of knowledge. First of all, we discovered computer vision, which are used to analyze visual data like body and hand movement. Secondly, we discovered deep learning, specifically CNN and LSTM models that are important for the accuracy of the project. Finally, we optimize the performance in real time to be a good educational tool.
So Zainab, I'd like to ask you now, what are your plans to further develop the skills in this field and your project as well?
When it comes to developing myself in the field of machine learning, I am planning building a strong foundation in mathematics and statistics, attending workshops, and enrolling in online courses taught by experts will give me an overview of the subject. And to gain practical experience, I will work on a project. I will start with small projects and go for more complex ones. And for developing our project, we envision deploying our project to make it accessible on different devices and platforms.
Great, and how do you value the support given to you by the University and the College of Information Technology in terms of this project?
The support we have received from the University of Bahrain and the College of Information Technology was invaluable. The university provided us with the access to specialized equipment that help us to test our system on supercomputer.
And Puja, how do you value winning first place at the Graduation Projects exhibition?
In the beginning, we were not even envisioning to win, first of all. We were so focused on completing all the deadlines and just finishing and wrapping our project in such a small amount of time. When it actually happened, I think it's winning a competition is completely subjective. It differs from individual goals and people's aspirations. For us, I think it's gonna open a lot of doors of potential opportunities. Maybe we would be able to get career opportunities, reach the research opportunities. Again, our project is very flexible. We used a framework called Media Pipe, and it's really flexible. We could add a lot of other tools in it and actually build it in industrial level. So I think this is just a beginning, and we have a lot of more to go, and we have a lot of more things to do. We are very privileged that university has given us the opportunity to represent such underrepresentative community like deaf people. So hopefully we could spread the word and maybe in the future bring our own project.
Well said, and talking about the future, Afifa, what is your advice for other students planning to develop such smart systems?
Actually, I have some tips for other students. First of all, learn about deep learning and computer vision. Secondly, experiment different models. Collaborate with experts. Consider the social impact, optimize the performance in real time, and finally, share and document your work.
Well said. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing what you guys will come up with next. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up this segment about these students and their wonderful smart system, and we'll be back with more on Bahrain Now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight. And another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love to hear from you. This was Khalid Hidris, and until next time, good night and God bless.